Wife threatens divorce in almost every fight after 17 years. My wife, 40F, and I, late 40s M, have been married for 17 years with 2 teenage children, but our marriage is struggling. I am the sole breadwinner, as my wife has never maintained a steady job, often enrolling in university as a distraction from seeking employment. The main problem is her pattern of threats. Recently, after a short trip, she exploded over the trivial fact that I had breakfast with a male friend and only told her when I got home. The conversation quickly shifted, with her demanding I intervene in her personal conflicts by asking the friend why he was upset with her. The very next morning, she declared it might be best if we divorced. This is a destructive, years-long pattern. A few months ago, I warned her that if she ever brought up divorce again, I would take it seriously. When she realized I meant it this time, she immediately backtracked, claiming threatening divorce is just her way of getting to me, without apologizing or taking accountability. I am deeply worried for my children's stability and unsure how to live with someone who repeatedly uses the destruction of our marriage as a tool for control. We agreed to try marriage counseling, but I fear this manipulative cycle will continue indefinitely. I want stability and respect. Should I seriously consider separation to protect our family's future? TLDR, my wife, 40, frequently threatens divorce during conflicts despite past warnings. After a minor issue, she again raised divorce, then instantly backtracked, claiming it's just her way of getting to me. I, late 40s, am the sole provider, and we have 2 teens. I fear the emotional manipulation cycle and need advice on whether counseling is viable or if separation is necessary. 2 days of silence after a disagreement with my boyfriend. My boyfriend, 35M, and I, 31F, have been together for about a year, but we've entered our longest period of silence after a recent disagreement. I made a small, reasonable request, and he immediately shut me down, responding defensively and sarcastically. I told him to contact me when he was ready to have a proper conversation to reach a resolution. Since then, I have had absolutely no contact from him, and it has now been 2 full days. This silence feels like mental torture. I desperately want the conversation to happen so we can reconcile, especially since we have several international trips planned soon, and I don't want this distance hanging over our travel plans. I truly didn't expect my small request to trigger such a hostile reaction or a prolonged emotional withdrawal. I am hesitant to talk to friends about this, because he is genuinely a good guy who I love very much. The ball is entirely in his court, and I feel stuck. I don't know if this silence is simply his way of processing, or if it is an unhealthy and manipulative tactic designed to punish me. My main question is, how should I handle this profound silence? Should I continue to wait indefinitely for him to reach out and initiate the necessary conversation, or is there an appropriate way to gently reach out without violating the boundary I set? TLDR, my boyfriend, 35M, and I, 31F, had a disagreement where he responded to a small request with defensiveness. I asked him to initiate a proper conversation when ready, but it has now been 2 days of complete silence. I feel mentally tortured and stuck, unsure whether to continue waiting for him or if this silence is an unhealthy conflict strategy before our planned international trips. Should we move or should she move in? I, 47M, am a widower planning to marry my girlfriend, 46F, soon. 10 years ago, my late wife and I built our dream home and later moved due to tragedy. My wife died unexpectedly in this second house a few years ago. I love the yard, the location, the low mortgage rate, and I swore I was done moving. This house is home to me and my 2 kids, 18, 20. My girlfriend is a divorced mother of 4, all living with her, and she is ready to settle down after years of moving. My house is ideal for our large, merged family. It has plenty of room and a great yard. Her house could be easily rented, which is a big plus for her older kids. The conflict is that she fears my house is inherently mine, not ours. She believes it won't feel like a fresh start for her and her youngest kids, preferring to buy a new house together. I understand her perspective, but I dread the financial hit and the emotional cost of leaving the last home I shared with my wife. If I insist on staying, she and her kids will move in happily. If she insists on moving, I will comply. But we aim for compromise. We need advice. Are there options to truly make my house feel like ours without the stress and expense of moving? TLDR, I, 47M, a widower, want my girlfriend, 46F, and her 4 kids to move into my large, financially advantageous house. She wants to buy a new place because she feels my house is inherently mine and not ours, fearing it won't be a fresh start. We need advice on how to navigate this difficult compromise. My sister-in-law tried to exclude me after 7 years and now wants to repair. I, 29F, have been with my fiancé, 32M, for almost 7 years. His sister, 29F, has a history of subtle digs and triangulating family members, which we usually ignore to keep the peace. A few months ago, she wrote a letter to my fiancé to repair their relationship, but she included a section about me. She stated, "I struggle with my name, being at all the family get-togethers," suggesting they needed to keep the family sacred sometimes. I was confused, as she never raised this with me. It felt like she wanted the option to exclude me without warning. I met with her, and she claimed she wanted a fresh start. 2 weeks later, on a family holiday, she blindsided me by demanding the only double bedroom my fiancé and I always use. When I politely said we preferred the room for privacy, she privately messaged other family members, trying to get them to back her, even using her late mother's memory for leverage. She also messaged my fiancé asking him to uninvite me from playing tennis. After the holiday, she messaged me, saying she felt tension and wanted to clear the air. When I said I needed space, she claimed I had hurt her, but she couldn't name a single example. She also refused to apologize for her actions. She often involves people behind the scenes, then acts calm and reflective publicly. She now wants to meet, but I don't want a close relationship right now. How can I keep her at arm's length in a civil and respectful way without causing new family conflict or making it obvious I'm distancing myself? TLDR, my toxic sister-in-law, 29F, after 7 years, wrote a letter to my fiancé, 32M, saying she struggles with me, 29F, being at all family events. 2 weeks later, on holiday, she caused tension by trying to claim our bedroom and asking my fiancé to uninvite me from an activity. She refuses to apologize and now claims I hurt her without giving an example. I need advice on how to keep my distance civilly without causing a major family blow-up. My boyfriend exploded over my computer settings. My boyfriend, 33M, got extremely defensive and explosive when I, 26F, asked him to leave my personal computer settings alone. He often likes to optimize game picture and has messed with my monitor settings before. Earlier today, he turned my computer on to check if it had Wi-Fi. I saw him immediately start adjusting my monitor settings. I asked him, "Please leave my settings alone, I like them where they're at." He continued, claiming he put them back, but the screen colors were clearly different. I asked him again, and when he kept messing with them, I said, more sternly, "I don't mess with your things, please leave mine alone." He instantly escalated. He shoved my chair away from the desk and angrily stated, "Fine then, don't ask me to help you with computer stuff ever again. Good luck." He then ignored me completely for hours, watching reels before sleeping. He gets attitudes like this often, going from 0 to 100 instantly. When I reminded him of past times he messed with my PC, he denied them all, implying I was lying. We have been together for 5 years, and I am unexpectedly due in June. Moments like this, where I set a simple boundary and he explodes, make me deeply regret getting pregnant. How can I maturely handle these sudden, aggressive outbursts, and am I crazy for thinking this is a major problem? TLDR, I, 26F, asked my boyfriend, 33M, 3 times to stop messing with my personal computer settings. He exploded, shoved my chair, and gave me the silent treatment for hours. He denies ever messing with my things, making me feel like I'm lying. We are expecting a baby in June, and his inability to handle boundaries makes me rethink our 5-year relationship. My boyfriend bought a fixer-upper bungalow, but I refuse to live there. My boyfriend, 31M, and I, 33F, have been together almost 2 years, and he recently bought a property with the assumption I will move in within the next year. The problem is his purchase, a tiny, dilapidated bungalow that lacks enough space for the two of us, let alone any future children or pets. I respect his right to invest his money, but he is taking it as a given that I will move into this place where I had no say, no stake, and wasn't invited to the viewings. I am completely stressed. While helping him move in, he was visibly overjoyed, clearly picturing our future here. I was horrified and terrified of ruining his happiness by voicing my absolute refusal. I want a future with him, but I cannot do it in this house. In my mind, the relationship is now stalled until he is ready to sell or rent out the bungalow, which is a major concern given my body clock. I need advice on how to break it to him that I will not move in without crushing his dreams or permanently stalling our relationship progression. TLDR, my boyfriend, 31M, bought a tiny, dilapidated bungalow with the assumption I, 33F, will move in with him. I hate the house because it's too small for us and our future. He is overjoyed, and I am stressed about how to tell him I refuse to move in without crushing his dreams and halting our relationship. Is my teenage mistake going to haunt my 7-year relationship? My boyfriend, 25M, and I, 26F, have built a beautiful life over 7 to 8 years, but my mistakes from when I was a teenager are now being used as a weapon during fights. When we first liked each other, I was with an ex who cheated on me. I was young and scared to leave him, so I dragged my current BF along, kissing him while I was still technically dating the ex. A year later, when we were not exclusive but planning to be, I slept with a friend, felt shame, and lied to my BF for months. He was deeply hurt, though he was always truthful about his own non-exclusive actions. 7 years later, this trauma is resurfacing as resentment, especially now that he is stressed, jobless, back home. The pain bottles up until it explodes in an argument. Recently, he said I ruined what could have been perfect and admitted he hesitates about marriage because of me. While drunk, he became cold, telling me I deserve to feel this way and that I am undeserving of him. This is devastating, especially coming from the kindest person I know. He always apologizes and cries afterward, but I know he means those things deep down. I've apologized countless times and offered couples therapy, but I fear this resentment is a permanent issue. Is there anything more I can do to help him truly forgive and move on, or will this be held over my head forever? TLDR, 7 years after I, 26F, hurt my BF, 25M, with poor relationship choices as a teenager, he now uses my past actions as a weapon during fights, saying I deserve to feel hurt and am undeserving of him. I love him and want therapy to move forward, but I'm afraid this is a permanent issue. Infertility is making my partner isolate our family. My partner, 36F, and I, 36M, have struggled with unexplained infertility for years. She is devastated by the process, and because she is very private, we haven't shared our situation with family and friends who are now having children. The most hurtful consequence for me is with my sister, who had a baby recently. Instead of being an excited first-time uncle, I am riddled with stress. My partner refuses to meet the baby or visit my sister's house, citing triggers and mental health boundaries. While she says I should go alone, this level of isolation is causing severe friction. I understand her need to isolate is common in infertility, but I struggle with icing out family without any explanation. Is this incompatibility after a decade together? I need perspective on how to navigate this conflict, as the collateral damage from the isolation is overwhelming. TLDR, my partner, 36F, has unexplained infertility, and being around babies is a major trigger, causing her to isolate us from family, including my new niece/nephew. I, 36M, am struggling because I can't be a present uncle, and the constant isolation and friction are overwhelming our decade-long relationship. I need advice on compatibility and handling this boundary. I ended my relationship over emotional cheating, and I'm struggling. I, 33F, never thought I'd be here, but I ended my relationship with my partner, 33M, because of emotional cheating. A few months ago, I discovered he was constantly messaging an older female coworker from early morning until late at night. The situation came to a head on his birthday. I planned a nice dinner, but he was glued to his phone, texting her the entire time. After dinner, they talked on the phone for an hour. I confronted him and set a clear boundary, which he agreed to, but he didn't stop messaging her. The final betrayal was last week. He lied and told me he was taking a day off work for training, but he actually met up with her instead. Despite my repeated efforts to encourage open communication, he hid everything and kept pushing boundaries. 4 days ago, I ended the relationship because I couldn't tolerate the lies and emotional betrayal anymore. Although I know it was the right decision, I'm struggling with the fallout. I feel blindsided, exhausted, angry, sad, and confused, all at once. I am moving out this week. I need advice on how to process this emotional roller coaster and deal with the intense mix of anger and grief after making the right choice. TLDR, I, 33F, ended my relationship with my partner, 33M, because he emotionally cheated with a coworker, messaging her constantly, lying about it, and secretly meeting her. I am moving out this week and am struggling immensely with processing the betrayal and the subsequent emotional fallout, despite knowing the breakup was the correct decision. I can't stand my mom's long visits anymore. She even attacked my partner. I, 24M, moved out 4 years ago, and my relationship with my mom, 57F, was good until she came for an extended stay. After the first week, everything she did started driving me insane, narrating everything, singing loudly in the halls, and rearranging my organized items. My partner, 29, is also annoyed. Things escalated when my mom screamed and physically lunged at him for closing a door too loudly. She also intervened and screamed at him during an argument my partner and I were having. I feel awful, but I think her behavior is getting sketchy. She recently inherited an apartment in my city, but refuses to rent it out, claiming, "I'm afraid someone will destroy it." A friend suggested this might be paranoia. She stopped taking medication, blaming the stress of the property, but the behavior has only changed form. She is coming back soon for another long stay, and I am freaking out. I keep sending her money out of guilt from my dad's 48M financial help, even though she lives comfortably with my older brother. She refuses to discuss her condition or boundaries. I need advice on how to cope with her return and stop this cycle of guilt-driven behavior. TLDR, my mom, 57F, is intrusive and overwhelming during long stays. She even physically attacked my partner, 29, over a door. She refuses to rent out her inherited apartment due to paranoid reasons and won't discuss her mental health. She's returning soon, and I'm losing my mind because I can't stop sending her money out of guilt, despite her living comfortably. I need help setting boundaries before she arrives. I beg my boyfriend for flowers, but he always forgets. I, 28F, love my boyfriend, 30M. Despite supporting him financially through his gambling addiction and him owing me a lot, he refuses to fulfill the one simple thing I ask for: flowers. I explicitly tell him, when I'm sick or down, how much the small gesture would mean, explaining he could even pick them from a field. He never does it, forcing me to beg, which makes me feel pathetic. On Valentine's Day, I cried because he didn't get them, although I told him for a month that was all I wanted. He later bought a spa date, which was kind, but I was confused why he couldn't make the simple effort. This inaction feels like a massive disrespect after all my sacrifices. When I calmly asked why, he simply said, "I don't know, I guess I forget to." Worse, when I get upset, he responds with grand, meaningless statements like, You deserve the world, but his behavior never changes. Am I overreacting, or is this pattern of verbal grandiosity coupled with persistent inaction a sign of deeper incompatibility? TLDR, my boyfriend, 30M, never buys me flowers, despite my repeated requests, even after I financially supported his gambling addiction. He claims he forgets and responds to my hurt with grand, empty promises. I, 28F, feel this refusal to make a small gesture is a huge disrespect. Is this workable or fundamental incompatibility? How to stay classy. I, 67F, have been close friends with my neighbor and ex-boyfriend, 47M, for 5 years, having ended our brief relationship due to his health issues. We are very close. He has a key to my house, and he parks his car on my property because space is limited at his parents' house 2 doors down. He has since recovered and is now happily dating a 31F. However, the car is a constant reminder. Since he parks here, I am fully aware whenever he spends the night at his new girlfriend's place, returning mid-morning without stopping to say hello. This visibility is stinging my mental health more than I expected. To protect myself, I need to end the parking privilege, a what I don't know can't hurt me approach. I don't want to look petty or cause him an emotional setback, as he has worked hard on his recovery. How can I politely ask him to move his car and keep his private life private without hurting his feelings? Should I just endure it, or is there a classy way to draw this boundary? TLDR, I, 67F, have been close friends with my ex/neighbor, 47M, for 5 years. He parks his car at my house. He's now dating someone new, 31F, and the presence/absence of his car constantly alerts me to his private life, which is hurting me emotionally. I want to revoke the parking privilege to protect my mental health. I need advice on how to do it classily without hurting his feelings. Drug use and neglect, end of 9 years? My grandfather died recently, and I, 27F, am grieving intensely. My boyfriend, 28M, of 9 years finally saw me, but instead of comfort, he was distant, drinking beer and scrolling on his phone while I cried. I knew he used coke casually, but the other night, his behavior was obviously strange, constantly going to the bathroom, nose blowing, running the fan, and staying in there for 5+ minutes. I strongly suspected drug use. My intuition led me to check his phone. I found messages proving he picked up coke several times recently, all hidden from me. He also regularly contacts the dealer, who is known to be unstable, and this morning, he was at the dealer's house again. I feel disgusted, betrayed, and realize how emotionally disconnected he is. We barely see each other, and he shows no affection unless he wants sex. He even bought me peppermint chocolates, which I've hated for 9 years, confirming he doesn't know me at all. I don't feel emotionally safe while dealing with grief and college exams. I am strongly considering ending things. Is it fair to break up with him over hidden drug use? Would I be horrible for not staying to support him? I feel guilty leaving, but sick staying. TLDR, my grieving girlfriend, 27F, found proof that her boyfriend, 28M, of 9 years, is secretly using coke and is emotionally distant. She fears leaving him, but feels unsafe and betrayed. She needs advice on whether to break up and how to talk to him. Dad's GF wants me on a trip, but we're low contact. I, 22F, left home at 19 to escape verbal abuse and my dad's, 55M, total lack of accountability. Since then, we have maintained low contact, speaking only every couple of months. My dad is now divorced and has a new girlfriend, 52F. She has her own red flags and has previously inserted herself into my private issues with my father. Now, she wants my boyfriend, 22M, and me to join them on a week-long, cross-country trip this summer. They offered to pay for everything except flights. I don't want to go because I fear my dad will use the expense to hold control or pressure me to fix our relationship, which I won't do until he takes accountability. The girlfriend is already pressing us for an answer. I need advice on how to firmly but respectfully decline the trip without creating new family conflict, especially since I doubt the girlfriend will understand my need for boundaries. Should I wait until after the holidays or address it now? TLDR, I, 22F, am low contact with my dad, 55M, due to past abuse. His new girlfriend, 52F, wants my boyfriend, 22M, and me on an almost all expenses paid trip. I want to decline because I fear manipulation and control. I need advice on how to firmly say no to the girlfriend, who is pressuring me while maintaining civility. Boyfriend's non-negotiables for our future feel controlling. My boyfriend, 26M, and I, 23F, are in couples therapy to address my personal trauma, but in a recent session, his non-negotiables for marriage were surprising and troubling. He stated he wouldn't marry someone who wanted to hyphenate their last name, despite knowing that hyphenation is important to me due to my fractured family history. He also insisted that once children are in the house, my marijuana usage must be cut to only a few times a year, a restriction he does not apply to alcohol, which feels controlling. Furthermore, he wouldn't marry anyone who becomes a public figure, which clashes with my career goals of publishing work and advocating for social change. Finally, he demanded I agree to name our first son after him, the third generation of that name, despite my desire for an equal say in the naming process. He has a strong family, and he worries my ambitions will make me an absent mother, although I have no intention of letting that happen. The most troubling aspect is knowing that if I didn't adhere to all these rigid conditions, he'd find someone who would. Should I leave this until our next therapy session, or should I view this inflexibility as a fundamental incompatibility and end the relationship now? TLDR, my boyfriend, 26M, stated rigid marriage non-negotiables in therapy. I must take his name, severely limit weed use, but not alcohol, avoid being a public figure, and agree to name our first son after him. I, 23F, find these points controlling and inflexible regarding my career and equal rights. I am struggling with the fact that he would leave if I don't adhere to them. Boyfriend's 7-year complacency is breeding resentment. My boyfriend, M22, and I, F22, have been together for 7 years, and while our friendship is strong, he cooks for me and we cuddle. His complacency is destroying the relationship. He never takes me out on dates. He has a poor work ethic, only working 2 days a week, and he rarely completes chores. I work full-time and go to school full-time, meaning I carry the entire mental and financial load. This massive imbalance has caused my resentment to grow daily. We have discussed this repeatedly. He agrees he needs to change, but says he can't break his habits because he is too comfortable. I am exhausted by paying for everything and not feeling celebrated. I hate feeling that I am solely responsible for sustaining our partnership. We love each other and are best friends, but is friendship enough when the effort is so one-sided? I need advice on how to break this cycle or if it's time to move forward alone. TLDR, my boyfriend, M22, of 7 years is extremely complacent. He rarely works and neglects chores, forcing me, F22, a full-time worker and student, to carry the entire financial and domestic load. He claims he's too comfortable to change, and my resentment is growing daily. Is love and friendship enough when the effort is so unbalanced? Boyfriend overshadowed by my twin sister. My boyfriend, 30M, and I, 28F, have a stable relationship, but the recurring tension involves the closeness I share with my twin sister, 28F. We are incredibly close, talk daily, and she visits often. Last night, my boyfriend confessed he feels emotionally overshadowed by her. He clarified that when my sister visits, he becomes background noise because we slip into our twin bubble. He feels he is competing with an emotional bond he can never catch up to, worrying he will never be as important to me as she is. This surprised me, as they actually get along great. He isn't asking me to distance myself, but this is clearly a real insecurity for him. I don't want him to feel secondary, but I also don't want to fundamentally change my relationship with my sister. How do couples navigate a situation where a partner feels overshadowed by a deep, lifelong family bond? How can I reassure him his place is secure without distancing myself from my twin? TLDR, my boyfriend, 30M, confessed he feels emotionally overshadowed by the lifelong closeness I, 28F, share with my twin sister. He feels like he can't compete with our bond. I need advice on how to reassure him and handle this dynamic without distancing myself from my sister. Boyfriend only values me when I go to the gym. I, 28F, am feeling severely unappreciated by my boyfriend, 31M. I am a slim size 8, so this isn't about fitness. It's about him only seeing value in me when I focus on the gym. I handle all the domestic work, deep cleaning, cooking, shopping, and errands, but none of that matters to him. The only question he ever cares about is, have you been to the gym? If I haven't, he gets moody. He pushes me to conform to a strict, gym-focused mold, like his ex. I work long, high-pressure days, and I prefer maintaining a clean, peaceful home. He also makes hurtful comments about not being able to have intellectual conversations with me. I feel invisible and like I only have value if I fit his idealized expectations. I've added stability to his life, but he fails to provide support or appreciation in mine. I am scared of wasting time at 28. Is this fixable, or is it a fundamental incompatibility, and am I trying to force a relationship that doesn't fit? TLDR, I, 28F, feel my boyfriend, 31M, only values me when I prioritize the gym, pressuring me to be like his ex. Despite handling all the domestic load, cleaning, cooking, errands, he makes comments about my lack of intellectual conversations and expresses disappointment if I don't exercise. I feel unappreciated, unseen, and scared of incompatibility. Boyfriend has planned nothing for our anniversary. My boyfriend, 25M, and I, 22F, have our one-year anniversary this Saturday. I've spent hours planning a surprise activity and only asked him to plan dinner. Despite multiple requests, he just said we'll figure it out the old-fashioned way, which I highly doubt means he planned anything, as he's never once planned a date or gotten me flowers before. He was supposed to stay with me tonight, but canceled, claiming he barely slept due to working until 2 a.m. He then admitted he was also scrolling Instagram Reels. So he's too tired to see me, but not too tired for social media. This fits a larger, exhausting pattern. He's obsessed with his career, but neglects his health and mind. When we are together, he's not present, preferring to scroll, play games, or watch movies. Our sex life is also bad due to his ED issues, adding to my feeling that I hold this relationship together by doing all the work. I feel like my love and care are taken for granted, and my investment only drives men to care less. I've spent my life feeling like I ask for too much, but now I realize I'd rather be alone than with someone who is constantly absent. I don't know what to do. Should I intervene now, ask if he's planned anything, and risk proving that I always have to remind him? Or should I just let Saturday happen and see what he does, even if it guarantees disappointment? TLDR, my boyfriend, 25M, has planned nothing for our one-year anniversary despite repeated requests and has never planned a date or bought me flowers. He canceled seeing me because he stayed up scrolling social media. He is emotionally absent, our sex life is bad, and I feel exhausted doing all the work. Should I intervene now or let the disappointment happen on Saturday? Boyfriend booked flights for Christmas, but I want to break up. I, 30F, and my boyfriend, 29M, have been dating for almost a year, but fundamental irritations and differences are growing. He plays off extreme, inflexible opinions as jokes, such as wearing a Confederate flag hat or ranting about people who get drunk. I feel myself becoming increasingly irritated when he talks constantly or is around me too much. I know I need to end the relationship. The major problem is the timing. He has already booked flights to spend Christmas with me and my family in my home country. If I break up with him now, he'll be stranded and alone away from his family. However, if I delay, I will be forced to invite him to my family celebration, which I absolutely do not want. I am facing a massive dilemma. Do I suffer through Christmas with a boyfriend whose presence and views constantly irritate me, simply because he already paid for the flights? Or do I break up with him now, causing major distress, and leaving him potentially stranded right before the holidays? TLDR, I, 30F, want to break up with my boyfriend, 29M, due to major incompatibility and his extreme views, e.g., Confederate flag hat, judging others. The problem is he has already bought flights to spend Christmas with my family abroad. Do I suffer through Christmas with him, or do I break up with him now, leaving him potentially stranded? Best friend is now dating the man she encouraged me to pursue. I, 28F, am happy in my current relationship, but I am struggling emotionally with my former best friend, 29F. We were extremely close for 15 years until she started dating a man, 31M. I was painfully involved with 2 years ago. That situation was complicated and lasted 2 years, and he hurt me multiple times. My best friend knew everything and, critically, encouraged me to keep pursuing him despite the pain. She positioned herself as my closest confidant who understood my emotional turmoil. 8 months ago, she told me she was in a serious relationship with him. She offered no discussion or prior acknowledgement of my history. I was deeply hurt, not because I want him back, but because her action felt like a complete disregard for the 2 years of emotional pain she witnessed and helped guide. Since then, I've emotionally stepped back. I am polite in social settings, but no longer feel safe sharing anything personal. I struggle with trust because her actions signaled that my past pain didn't matter. Is it reasonable to accept this as a permanent, polite, but distanced relationship? Or should I work to rebuild the trust? I need to know if accepting this change is the healthier path forward. TLDR, I, 28F, was painfully involved with a man, 31M, 2 years ago. My best friend, 29F, actively encouraged me despite the pain. 8 months ago, she started dating him and only told me when it was serious. I have moved on, but I feel deeply betrayed and struggle to trust her. I need advice on whether to maintain a distant, polite friendship or attempt to rebuild trust.